channel.com, and today I'm going to show you how to use an AC line splitter. This is an AC line splitter, and it helps you to determine what amperage different devices or appliances use. For instance, in a kitchen, frequently as an electrician I'm called out to a house because their circuit breaker keeps blowing for a kitchen circuit, and I may elect to use this AC line splitter, and you plug the different appliances and devices into the back of the AC line splitter. Then you take your clamp meter. This is a Fluke 325 clamp meter. You open up the clamp. You can put it on the back square. This is the X1 square. This will give you an exact reading of the amperage. This is the X10 square. It will multiply the reading times 10. It uses 10 coils, whereas this only uses 1. And the advantage to using the X10 square is that it'll give you a more accurate reading. However, you'll have to divide your reading by 10 if you use the X10 square. The AC line splitter does, as its name would suggest, split the amperage. The positive line flows through this side, and the neutral line flows through this side. However, you can put your clamp meter on either side, and you will get an accurate reading of the amperage, because the amperage flowing through the positive side to your appliance and the amperage flowing back to ground is going to be the same. So you can actually put your clamp meter on either side. It doesn't matter. I'll give you an example of how this works. I'll plug a toaster oven into the AC line splitter, and I'm going to turn the toaster oven to broil. Okay, just clicked on. First, I'll take my clamp meter and I'll set it to amps. Right here, that's the A right there. So you open up the clamp meter, and I'll put it in the X1 square, right like that. With the toaster oven turned on to broil, I have plugged the toaster oven into the AC line splitter, and this is the read I'm getting: 6.85 AC amps. 6.84. All right, so that's a pretty consistent reading. 6.85. Now I'll take the clamp meter and I'll move it to the X10 square. With the amp meter on the X10 square, I'm getting 68.8 amps AC. And since it's on the X10 square, you have to divide this reading by 10. So 6.88 amps AC. And I got 6.85 on the X1 square. This will be considered the more accurate reading because it's on the X10 square, and I just have to divide it by 10. One thing you can do is you can plug in your outlet tester into the back of the AC line splitter and check for polarity. The reason I mention this is that I read on Amazon.com reviews that one of the off-brands of the AC line splitters actually did have reverse polarity, so you might want to check. Just plug your this is a Sperry stop shock outlet tester, and one green light means correct wiring. So the receptacle and the AC line splitter is all wired correctly. So utilizing an AC line splitter and a clamp meter, you can test out amperages of different appliances. If you have a 20 amp circuit, add up what might be used at a maximum level of activity, and it should never go over 80% of that 20 amps. So it should never go over 16 amps. If it's a 15 amp circuit, you should never go over 12 amps. Just go around and add up the different amps that your appliances use, and it really should never go over 12 for a 15 amp circuit. In my video description, I'll put a link for the Tech Power AC line splitter. I'll also put a link in for the Klein AC line splitter, and I'll put a link in for the Fluke 325 clamp meter, and I'll put a link in for the Sperry stop shock outlet tester. I hope this video was of help. Thanks. And today I'm going to show you how to use an AC line splitter. This is an AC line splitter, and it helps you to determine what amperage different devices or appliances use. For instance, in a kitchen, frequently as an electrician I'm called out to a house because their circuit breaker keeps blowing for a kitchen circuit, and I may elect to use this AC line splitter, and you plug the different appliances and devices